Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about manifestation and the law of attraction. We're going to talk about how to get everything that you're wanting to manifest into your life. And I'm also going to talk about what to do once you do have everything that you want to manifest. And there's a reason for this, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. The first thing I'm going to talk about is your imagination. Basically, everything that you can possibly imagine. If you can envision yourself, if you can imagine yourself living your dream life where you have everything that you want, your dream career, your dream partner, your soulmate, whatever it is that you envision for yourself, if you can imagine that and if you can envision it, that means that it is meant for you. You wouldn't be able to imagine it or envision it if you didn't deep down have like a little bit of a sprinkle of faith that it is possible. So if you can imagine it, you can have it. And there are so many times in life when it's hard for us to imagine ourselves having something that we want. Sometimes when we do affirmations, it might feel uncomfortable. Sometimes when you do an affirmation and you say, I am successful, I am creative, I am capable of having everything that I want, I am capable of creating my dream life. Sometimes if you've never done affirmations before, or if you've never done those specific affirmations before, saying it to yourself or even thinking about it or even writing it in your journal. I remember the first time I wrote down affirmations of things that I really, really wanted and just feeling like silly or feeling uncomfortable because I'm writing it and I'm like, this is so far from my reality. Like this thing that I want to manifest, this dream that I have is so far from where I am currently that it makes me feel delusional to even think it, to even say it out loud, to even write it down in my journal. But that discomfort right there is perfect. That's exactly what you need. It is basically the point where you're crossing over from not being able to imagine it or not being able to envision yourself having it over to the point where you are able to see yourself having it. And that discomfort is so important. I think in life, in general, I know most of us don't like change. It's uncomfortable. We don't like to venture outside of our comfort zone. But there's that great saying that life begins at the end of your comfort zone. So it's so important for you to envision yourself and to say these affirmations of the things that you truly want. Even if it seems crazy, even if it seems delusional, even if your 3D physical reality is so far from where you want to be, it's so important to go through that discomfort, that initial stage of just admitting to yourself and just imagining what you really want. Your imagination is so important. Whatever you put into your imagination will manifest into your physical reality. And that's why it's so important to also protect your imagination and your mind and your subconscious. There are so many people out there who are not happy. They're not living their best life. They're not living their dream life. They're unhappy. They're dissatisfied. And when you talk to them about the things that you want to achieve and the things that you hope to achieve, and they immediately kind of shut you down or try to bring you down or tear you down, that is a perfect example of unhappy people, people who lack imagination, who are not able to envision a better life for themselves. And for them to see you able to do that, to see you able to imagine something better for yourself or envision something better for yourself, it makes them extremely uncomfortable. And it makes them have feelings of negativity, of jealousy. And that's why they will aim to bring you down. And that's why it's so important to protect your imagination, to protect your thought and your energy from other people. And that's why I always say be very careful who you talk to about your dreams and your manifestation. Some people actually believe you should never talk about your manifestations until they come true. I'm not one of those people, but I do believe it's important to pick and choose who you talk to about these things. There are people in your life who aim to bring you up, who aim to help lift you up and kind of want the best for you, and they want to support you and encourage you. Those are the only kind of people you're going to talk about these things with. And then you know this, you know who these people are as well. There are people who are going to aim to tear you down. They're kind of like energy vampires, and you know because every time you talk to them afterward you kind of feel exhausted. And on the other hand, the people who invigorate you, the people who help you and help boost your energy and your vibration, you also know who those people are, because after you talk to them or hang out with them, you feel a lot better. You feel inspired, you feel uplifted, you feel like ready to take on the world, and you feel like you have all this support. So seek out those people, hang out with those people, spend more time around them. Those people are going to be a part of your tribe. And one thing that's very important to remember is you never want to listen to anyone who doesn't have what you want. If you want something and you talk to someone who doesn't have it, and they tell you anything that's negative or limiting, they tell you, oh, that's like so delusional, that's not possible, that's so hard, like no one makes it, like you need to shut those people out. You don't need those people in your life, and you don't need to listen to them, because they're not going to be the kind of people who have a happy life. They're not going to be the kind of people who are feeling satisfied or grateful with their life. They're going to be the kind of people who are dissatisfied with their life. They're not happy. They don't have anything that you want. So do not listen to them. Protect yourself and protect your energy. And exercise your imagination. Just like with anything, your imagination needs to be fed in order to grow. So you need to exercise your imagination muscles in order for them to grow. Be very intentional with this. Be very intentional with what you put into your mind, into your thoughts. And nurture those thoughts that you want to grow and flourish. And on the other hand, whenever you notice yourself start to have negative thoughts or limiting beliefs, pluck them out like a weed. Just pluck them out. It's like your little garden, your imagination garden. Plant the things that you want to grow and nourish them, water them. And then the things that you don't want, plug it out. And then I wanted to share with you guys a little story. So today, actually on my other channel, I am working on a couple of collaborations with a couple of brands. And this is something that I've been wanting for a really, really long time. But when today came, I was expecting to feel so happy and so elated and just so excited, right? Because this thing that I've been wanting to manifest, this thing that I've been wanting for so long is finally happening. But I didn't feel how I thought I would. And it was this kind of moment of like feeling disillusioned, like, hey, I finally have what I wanted to manifest, but why don't I feel how I thought I was going to feel? And this is why. You don't get your manifestation and then feel happy and excited and all of the good feelings that you think you will. You actually have to feel all of those things first, and then you're going to get everything that you want. But at the point in which you're attracting and manifesting those things into your life, you're kind of at this high vibration where you already feel good, you already feel all of the feelings that you were looking for, and things and experiences and people are not going to be able to fulfill you and satisfy you in the way that you thought they would, because you already kind of gave all of those things to yourself. And it's at that point where you no longer need anything or anyone that you're able to attract things into your life. It's kind of like the same thing with your imagination. It's not like I'll believe it when I see it. It's more like you have to believe first, and then you'll be able to attract it into your life, and not the other way around. Okay, that's it for today's little video. I hope that this video reached you at an impactful time that was meaningful, and I hope that you found value in this video. If you did, I trust that you will hit the like button and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you next time. Bye!